All right, hello, my YouTube friend. Hey, Tina. Hey, David. I know, yeah, that thumbnail. I was just like, when I got that thumbnail to pop up, I'm like, I'm using that. I don't know who that is. I don't know what that is. Cool kids are some kind of like pumpkin monster. I don't know, but they're on fire and they're running through the street. Hey, Will. Hey, Reed. But yeah, fun. I'm having a lot of fun lately with the AI promptography. I feel like there's so many cool things you could do with it. It's a blast. Hey, Alexander. Last night I made Will some images of Spider-Man digging through some Legos in a giant Lego city. My mom asked me to witchify her. So she then put the images on her Facebook, which is super cool. Ghost Rider, if Ghost Rider was some kind of like troll or something. Hey, Broken Board. Yeah, the thumbnail, I just like, had to use it. My description, my prompt was, what do I say? I said, all right, I gave it all the information. I said 69 degrees out, Williamsburg, Brooklyn on August 1st, 10 p.m. and crazy stuff is happening. That's all I said. And that's the thumbnail. That's like, it came up with some normal kind of boring thumbnails, and then it had that thumbnail. I was like, that's the one I'm using. It's kind of amazing. It's super fun. I really need to do more or figure out something to do with the AI images. Maybe make a mini business out of it or something. And I still have to finish my little book that I wanted to make. Maybe if that works, maybe I'll do more. So I would say today is Tuesday evening. Not 100% sure if we'll see burning pumpkin people tonight, but we'll look. I don't think I ever saw Space Dog. Fire, absolute fire. That's too funny. Too funny indeed. Hey, Lars. Wait, I think I pushed my phone sideways just a little bit. Hey, Jason. Jason made it. Tina was just showing me some for her collection before. It's amazing. I absolutely think it's amazing when people collect lots of stuff and make cool looking collections of stuff. Alexander, it sounds like an interesting documentary. Hey, Michael. The sky tonight is like a dark purple, just dark sky. But then there's like a little hint of clouds around the moon, and it's like kind of creepy. I can't even see the moon. I gotta go somewhere. Let's go to the park so we can see the moon without all the buildings blocking it. Hey, Mo. Today was a good stream. I actually really enjoyed the sorting stream. It was just a quick stream. I was like, I gotta do this, keep it going. And there was no nasty people at all. It was actually very fun. I got a little bit of organizing done, not a ton because I was just chatting more than organizing. But I'm enjoying doing the sorting on the main channel. I think I'm going to have to just keep trying to do that every day until I kind of find my groove of what exactly I want to do with it. Oh, we got Alexander, I'll have to check it out. I'll have to look out for it. I wonder what is... There's more fire trucks. So it's a multi-fire truck fire. What I like about it is I have, every time I've wanted to go into the shop... Wait, let me wait for the fire trucks to get by. There we go. Fire trucks. Yikes, it's an ambulance. Someone got hurt. Ambulance, police cars, and fire trucks. There must have been an accident or something. Oh, Maybe it's a on fire pumpkin person. Oh no! Oh no! Maybe AI is predicting the future. If we walk around the corner, there's gonna be an on fire pumpkin person. Oh wow, this store is empty. This is crazy. Are they closing? So this is the big location of Sunak. There's nothing in there. They must be closing or something. That is crazy. I've never seen it that empty. Wow, I kind of hope they're not closing. No, honestly, I think it's a representation of how I think most people feel when the new Funko Pop comes out and they have to get it. Oh, there's a fire truck there. Maybe something over here. I don't know. I don't want to go gawk. Don't want to go gawk. Yeah, no, I feel like something happened. There's even more emergency cars. Jeez, there's a lot of them. Yeah, I hope everything is okay too. We really hope everyone's okay. Give it a month. Maybe I'll make a vinyl figure out of it. Thumbs up, the love, and hello. I got that building looks kind of cool next to the church. That's the Russian church that you see in Seinfeld, which is cool. I let my brain thought. I was just completely lost right now. What was I saying? I was saying I enjoyed the stream. I keep thinking I should go over to where the track is, but I just don't think they leave the lights on that late. This park seems to be lit up, but let's go through the park. Yeah, sometimes I do see some weird stuff going on. Got a little chirp of an alarm right now. I don't know, it's kind of awkward feeling out here. Oh, maybe something awkward will happen tonight. Oh, I'm trying to find I know the moon is that way, but I have a bunch of trees. I gotta go out in like the middle of the field, which I'm gonna do. Go to the middle of the field. No one's using this field, but that field the game is on or something. There's a couple canoodling in the middle of the field or something. Oh, it's so beautiful out right now. There's like a little bit of breeze. It's almost a little bit chilly. It is gorgeous out. Can't believe how beautiful it is. Oh, there's the moon. Okay. So the sky is mostly this deep color, but there's just like a hint of clouds around the moon. I think it's close to a full moon. It is gorgeous out today. All right. Not sure where I want to walk around tonight. No, I don't know if I'll find that. Okay, let me see what you wrote, Josh. We got, I have a condition question for you. What is considered better, a Funko Pop with a damaged tab that has been opened, or a pop that has not been opened but damaged? So if the flap is creased but you don't really see it when you close it, that's going to be a minor defect. But if the pop has like a dent in the plastic, I think people would rather have the one where the flap's a little bit damaged. It's all about visual. Honestly, the front is the most important. A lot of people don't mind a big dent on the back as long as the front's really good. But if it's on the front, a lot of people will just pass on it. Hey, Iron Addict. Yeah, no, it's in Brooklyn right now. We are like perfection right now. It's 69 degrees. I feel it's so beautiful. I want to walk in this all the time. Like, I might go for 3 hours tonight. I don't know. Phone started at 100%, so we can just keep going until I'm done. I did eat a giant bowl of soup about an hour ago, so I don't know if that's going to go through my system. I guess we'll walk this way and see what's going on with all the flashing lights. And maybe I'll check out the Book Nook, see if there's anything new and fun in there. I'm not sure. But yeah, the main channel is super fun today. So I think I'm going to just keep doing sorting videos until I kind of figure out what I want to do on the main channel. Oh, give me a little bit of a headache. All these sides. All right, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 cops here. An ambulance. Maybe I shouldn't be walking over here. A fire truck. And there's another emergency vehicle over there. I think it's a cop car. A lot more cops than anything. There must have been a car accident. I'm not sure. Say this is my other. No, I have both stabilizers. I think this one is fully charged. Oh, that store looks cool. I think we walked by here before, but I think I want to cross the street and take a look at it. Yeah, I don't see anything going on. I'm guessing it was an accident, but I don't see any. Oh, here we can see better when it's not a zoomed in look. Okay, I forgot we were zoomed in, which makes it look really too dark. I mean, we were at widescreen. Oh yeah, this is where the little Buddha is. I like this Buddha. But I also like how they have all these lights, and it's the Peace and Love store. It's fun. Okay. I like the widescreen during the day when you can actually see what's going on, but at night it's just a little bit too dark. Now we can kind of see better what's going on. Oh, Tina, I was thinking, every time I see people's collections, like light bulbs go off in my head. Oh, she's got a new outfit. I think they change her like every other day. That mannequin's got her new outfit. Let's see anything new over here. I think it's the same stuff. Still really cute, fun stuff. Tina House is this way, 6 blocks maybe. We can walk by over there. We'll head over that direction. Music is a nice 5 out of 10. It's not blasting out of a car, and it's in a bar, so proper location for your music to be, and at a level that's not too crazy. What was I? So for Tina, for your collection, you know, it'd be really cool is if you made, if someone made like maybe a pillow with an image of a bunch of different people on it that you can start sticking all, like you could put the brooches on each of their jackets, so it looks like 40 people with a bunch of brooches on it. I thought that'd be like a cool little display. Yeah, it's not as crazy as my thumbnail. That's AI's vision of crazy stuff going on in the neighborhood, which was kind of insane, actually. I wonder who's gonna click that thumbnail and be like, what kind of craziness is this? We have Andy Warhol Basquiat mural going on there. It's Friday night, it's busy. On the 4th of July is wall-to-wall people. It depends on the time of day and the time of night. Overnight, it's always very quiet and peaceful. It's Tuesday night. Tuesday night is probably the quietest night in the neighborhood. It's not trash night. And there's, people aren't going out to clubs on Tuesday nights. Tuesday night is like the second day of the week. And the tourists are not here because a lot of people leave New York City on Monday. So they'll get the last Monday shop. Like I have a lot of people who come in Monday and shop just before they have to get their flights. So Tuesday is like the slow time. Hey, Jesus. It's funny. The moon just looks so nice tonight. That big old moon sitting out there, hanging out. Someone's enjoying some natural plant-based products right now. Very, very strong plant-based smell right now. I don't know. I don't think election day is any different unless I don't even know. Trying to think. The night Obama won, I think we're in a more liberal neighborhood. The night Obama won years ago, I remember everyone was like hollering. But on a scale of 1 to 10, that was maybe 6 or 7. I think when the Yankees win, we get to like a 10 of crazy excitement of happiness. But most part, it's usually just people hanging out. And then on the weekend, like on Friday night, it'll be busy with people having a fun time. And Saturday, there is a good amount of trash out, but it's just what I call like residual trash, because I don't think it's technically trash night. Unless it might be business trash. Sometimes businesses have to have separate trash people or separate companies. They have carting. They have like the mob basically pick up their trash. Well, do you remember? I mean, obviously people are voting. It's a lot of people, but I don't remember like any election night where it got just really crazy or anything. Usually you go out early, you go vote, and then you just hope to win, or I guess you mostly just see what everyone else is voting for and hope the people you want to win all over the country win. You really have no control of that. Yeah, we did a lot of vote by mail since the pandemic started. I think the last election I went in person though. It's easy. I kind of liked it. And then I don't know if those people were trying to get my attention or not. I mean, it's simple. You wait in line, you get your little ballot thing, you write your choices on it, then you shove it into a feeder and you get a sticker that says I voted. And then you feel good that you did your civic duty. And then they put you on the list to go on jury duty. Hey, John. All right, so the blue house is to the right that way. We'll go down there in a second. I want to just double check the little book nook. I need to get rid of some more books. I gotta find some more to bring over to the book nook one of these nights. It was actually fun seeing them disappear. I'm like 5% thinking I might start a 4th YouTube channel just for doing artwork stuff. I don't know if that's crazy. I feel like I don't have enough time to do all the things that we do now, but I feel like I want to do more art. I just haven't been inspired for a little while. Alright, some kids book. All right, nothing in there today. Nothing in there today. Yeah, I don't really like going into politics because, you know, how I feel is probably gonna be different than some other people, and I feel like I could be friends with people that I disagree with, so I just don't want to know their politics. I just want to know that they're a nice person. That's all. Because I think even people that have similar politics will disagree on things, and just everyone's always fighting about stuff. It drives me nuts. It's a small space, I guess. Like, there are the city side garbage cans. That's for just like general litter. Most of the businesses put out their cans. They're talking about making big bins, but like, I can't imagine big trash receptacles on it. Like, there'd just be a whole wall of garbage cans. Like, I'm just not 100% sure if I like that. Like, this looks like business trash. This is business trash. This is business trash. So all this trash that's out tonight is going to be picked up by a carting service and not the city, because businesses are supposed to have companies that pick up their trash for them. Yeah, this all looks like business trash. That's Dwayne Reed's trash. Yeah, I really don't want to go, because I will probably go somewhere and get mad about it, and I don't want people mad at me because of my political beliefs. I don't want to get mad at other people's political beliefs. I'm not really one who wants to preach them, because I feel like both sides have things that are right and wrong. And most of it ends up being just controlled by really rich people anyway. So I guess the only thing I can agree on or will fight is that too much power is in the hands of rich folks to make it hard for everyone else. And that's one thing I would like to see change. But yeah, that's all you're gonna get on me on politics. I don't want to get into a political conversation. Maybe I'll talk about comic politics. I'm not 100% sure. Politics of Funko. I can talk about Funko. I think Funko is doing a terrible job. I see a lot of debate in the Funko community with a lot of channels. There's still people that are still doing really positive, exciting videos. Other people are just kind of showing their boxes of stuff they got, but not really talking about all the mistakes. Then you have someone like Dr. Applesauce, who's really like highlighting all the problems, and then people are just getting mad at each other for not bringing up the topic enough, or whatever the heck it is. I don't know. I think Funko's been a crap company since they went public. That's been my one opinion. Still like the figures though. I still get joy when I see them. So it's like very conflicting to me. I sold 2 Fallout Pops, but I think I still have 12 of them. No, I have 10 or 12 of them. I think it was 2 rows full. So I still have a bunch of them. I think even the 2 I sold were some of the cheaper ones, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I'm gonna do Whatnot again soon. I don't know if it'll be this week, maybe. I don't have any pressing bills at the moment. The reason why I was pushing it this week was I had to get Will paid. He said I had time and I could take my time, so I took a week, and I felt like a week was enough, and that it was time for me to oh, we got music. Okay, we'll give this music 5 out of 10. It's got a nice grooving bass. It's coming out of a cool speaker from the magical salad store. Give it a 5 out of 10. Okay. A little bit new in there. A little bit new. So nice out. Oh, Jesus, how much were they? I kind of want the bitty pops. Well, how much was the retail? Because I'll trade you retail. Oh, we got some people in here. Sorry, Lars, cover your face. Oh, one just crawled into that dude's car. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. There's a lot of them. Oh, there's like 30 of them. Oh, my God. I see at least 10. Oh, my gosh. There's at least 10 in there. Holy crap. Holy crap. This is, we are getting into some craziness. We're getting into, no, you can't really see. Yeah, Lars, don't look. Don't look. Holy crap. There's a lot in there. Okay. Oh, yeah. I hear all kinds of squealing and gyrating and sounds. Yeah, well, I mean, a mouse is that big. A rat could be like a small dog or cat. They're still dressed up for the summer. Those guys haven't changed. I kind of want itty bitty pops. If anyone wants to trade them with me, I think I would be willing to trade whatever the retail value is. I don't want to pay a premium for them, and I don't want to pay cash for them, but I will trade a pop or something for them if you guys want it. Because I like miniature things, so I really kind of want the bitty pops. I just haven't bought any yet. I've been avoiding them. Yeah, that was the neighborhood chow pile. They were going crazy. All right, let's go down this way. We'll take the long street now. Oh, Jesus, you probably overpaid them. Oh, I'm so sorry you bought those for that high price. Yeah, I don't want to pay a premium, so yikes. I am so sorry.
Oh, Mike, you're going. I was afraid.
I mean, DC, Vertigo, Black Label, Paradox Helix, all that stuff that was more like adult oriented in the sense that it's like more of a written story and less of like for kids kind of, definitely. And it's a lot more interesting story. So I agree with you, Lars, in this, but I haven't really read, so I can't give you a 100% position. But no, my favorite scene is in Demolition Man when they go into the sewer and Stallone sees they're making burgers, and so he gets one, he starts eating it, and he's like, oh wow, this is great. He's chewing in to it, and then the two other cops are like kind of grossed out, and Sandra Bullock's like, do you know what you're eating? Do you see any cows down here? And then he takes a second to think, and he realizes it's rat, and then he keeps eating. Yeah, if you want to survive and you're in a bad situation, you might have to, like, the guy in my thumbnail, if you experience that where everyone starts turning into pumpkins and spontaneously combusting, rat might actually get really tasty. Yeah, Jesus, I have no idea what the value was. It 1 pack of 4, or was it like a bigger pack? I don't even know what itty bitties they made for San Diego Comic-Con. Oh, why did? Yeah, oh. Yeah, Jesus, just message me on Instagram. We can talk about it. Because honestly, the itty bitties. Oh, music. We're gonna give the music. It's a nice song. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. I can't really fully hear what it is, but since we're walking by it, I'll rate it. Yeah, the itty bitties, I just kind of want to have them out of the box as little fun accessories for other things. I don't really want them for collector value. I also don't think they'll ever have collector value. I think they're more like a fun little thing. I don't think they're going to be a thing that will really catch on and people pay a lot of money for. Paul, that sounds lovely. Did you actually eat smoked bats, or they just told you? Yeah, $7 sounds about right. It's probably originally like 10 or 12, and then 7's like the on sale price.
The opposite.
Yeah, oh, yeah, 70 feels like you probably paid like way too much for those. Just, you probably thought they were just regular black lights from San Diego Comic-Con, which $70 for 4 of them sounds about right because they're 15 each retail normally.
Are you?
Oh, you eat them, Paul. Ooh. Yeah, well, I mean, you cook it enough, it should kill out any kind of anything. Probably tastes like chicken. A tarantula probably tastes like potato chips or something. I don't know. I don't want to think about it. It's like the thought of it's gross. Ew. Oh, Silent Gaming. That's crazy. Yeah, I haven't bought a single new Funko thing in like a year practically. I've just been avoiding it just because I'm still kind of anti the company, but eventually once I get through selling all my own collection to the point where I'm happy with what's left, then I might start buying more collections and maybe getting some new things. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. So they were like kind of smoke roasted. I'm trying to. What does Salty say? Are you guys? Oh, the 4-pack for 7. Yeah, that's cool. I guess we don't want to talk about not appealing things for eating. Paul, that sounds gross. Okay, yeah. I'm glad I'm not hungry because it might make me kind of gag a little bit. I don't. David, were you in timeout or something? I don't know. I wasn't seeing what he was saying. Or was it being blocked for some reason? Maybe you were saying something that was going to the auto block. Hey, Ralph. Oh no. No, so sorry. No, you guys are scaring Tina away. She's not gonna be here anymore if we start talking about all these filthy things. I had a really delicious green soup tonight that was full of like onions and greens, all pureed, and it was really delicious. All right, that's Paul. The first thing you said, that sounds like what would happen after you eat all that stuff. A little diarrhea. All right, do I have too many moderators? You're gonna have a moderator warning. All right, I appreciate all you guys. It's okay. Who put David in the timeout? I don't. Oh, he's kidding. Okay. Yeah, don't be offensive to Tina. David's a little bit of a goose sometimes. I did give him permission. That's the only person allowed to make fun of me. I've been streaming a lot this week. My brain, I'm out of subjects. You guys gotta find some subjects because I don't want to talk about politics or survival food. These aren't topics that I think about or care about or want to talk about or hear about. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no. Oh, did I feel a drop? Or you never know what you're feeling when you feel a little moisture fall from the sky in New York City. Is it coming off of AC? Someone's nodding out the window. I don't know. All right, I'm not gonna go there either. So how have Pop's been? You mean selling? Not as well as I would like. I'm still selling enough to keep up with my bills, pretty much. I did buy way too many comics in the last month or two, so my cards went up. So I'm working on paying those down now. I think I've paid off like 25% of them in the last week. So I got probably about 3 to 4 more weeks to get I think I have about $10,000 left. And then I can start thinking about buying comics again. I'm still trickling in. Like today, I broke down and spent, I think, $90 on whatnot. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to win free stuff. I bought the foil David Nakayama Comic-Con exclusive Supergirl cover. That one was like $50, and on eBay it's been going for like $90. And then I bought limited to 400, 2 different limited to 400 Jenny Friesen covers that are from Comic-Con that she autographed. One was a Power Ranger one, and one was it was Berserk. I bought both of those for like $40, and they're going for over $100 on eBay, unsigned. So with the signature more. So I broke down and I bought a couple. I'm trying not to buy anything, but I want all these Comic-Con ones. So I figured if I can get really good price, I will. Super, we like as a team. Okay, so my team. Let's imagine Sean as Sean is right now. What superheroes would I want in my life? So obviously I'm a crazy collector, so I need transportation. So what would be the best transportation? I mean, Superman could get me anywhere in the world within milliseconds. I'm not convinced that I could actually survive like the way they make the movie. Like when they always show Superman fly and catch someone, he's flying so fast when he catches them, you'd feel like it would be like a bullet hitting you. So I'm actually not sure it would actually be safe to have Superman fly, he might like rip your arm off or something. The Flash, at least when you're running with the Flash and he brings you to the Speed Force, you're in his time, so that doesn't. But your clothes would still maybe rip off. Maybe not the Flash. Maybe I need someone who can teleport. Yeah, I'm thinking Nightcrawler, but Nightcrawler has a limited, like he has to sight see, so we would have to teleport over and over again. I think I need someone who has a better long distance teleportation ability. Like in Jumper, the guy could remember a location and teleport there no matter where he was. So he just had to visit once. So I could send him to, let's say, like Tokyo, teleport back, pick me up, go to Tokyo, that kind of thing. So I'm thinking the guy from Jumper, as long as Samuel L. Jackson isn't trying to track me down. Okay, so that's team member 1, but we need a whole team, right? It can't just be one person. Also, I'm thinking, like, if I bring the superhero to my universe, does it also bring the villains, right? Like, be cool to have Batman as a team member. He's kind of rich, right? Maybe he'll spend some money on a really cool, like, studio for my collection. But, you know, if he brings the Joker and the Riddler, and they're going to just foul everything up. All my shit's going to get destroyed every time the Joker decides some kind of chemical mashup that he wants to get the Batman with. So I don't know if I want that. A series with the non-active Avengers members, that would be fun. Chat superhero. I mean, I already have my team. I have Tina and I have Jason. That's my superhero team in chat. David, you're like the comic relief for the team. And then Lars is like the nerdy intelligence officer on the team. Lars, it sounds vaguely familiar. I most likely have it because I pick up everything I see Charles Fest, but I'm not 100% sure. One of my greatest regrets was I had the original splash page. I forget which issue it was, but it was a splash page of Cloak and Dagger. One full giant page drawn by Charles Vess. It was gorgeous. I've got it in a collection, and I was broke at the time. I paid $1,000 for the collection. I sold the work of art for $1,500. I made a profit. Kind of wish I still had that. That's one of my only regrets of things I've sold in the last 20 years. Sloth, so what do you want to see? Yeah, that's true. Jason gives me GPS. He also gives me emotional support. He gives me positivity. He gives me lots of information. On top of, you know, friendship and care and all the things you get from a friend. So I have the guy from Jumper. As long as it doesn't bring along Samuel L. Jackson trying to track him down. I have Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah, I don't know if I can bring. But the problem is with Batman is that if you can have a Batman, you can have a Joker, right? In a world where you can have a Batman, there's going to be a reason why there's a Batman. So you're going to need his parents killed. You're going to need crime to the point where it's crazy. So I don't know if I would want Batman. I feel like it would suck living in Gotham. So not Batman. And Tony Stark has too much of an ego. So I'm just trying to think, like, I would like one hero to help financially cover everything. I don't want to be in a Spider-Man situation, right? Where we're doing like cool stuff, saving the day, but we can't afford anything, right? Like, let's jump to Tokyo. I don't have any money. We can't do that. We did that last night. But let's go to Italy. I want some fresh bread. But I'm totally tapped out. I gotta go make some money. Can't have that. You know, you add Dr. Manhattan to your team, and that's just like a little bit too easy, right? Life would be not fun if you had everything just handed to you whenever you wanted it. So you can't have it too easy. I don't know. It's a good question, Tina. It's hard to think of with team. I'm just thinking in terms of my own life. Because I would love to time travel and collect. So the Flash might be good for that. Maybe the Flash would be good. But you know, he'd have to be willing to run to different sales and like call me up and stuff. And just be like, Sean, should I get this? Yeah. that's awesome. Pick it up, and then he could just like run it over. And then occasionally we could just take a little time trip. I feel like really need to go get that thing from 1982. Let's go, whoosh, baby. I don't. As for superhero team up story time, that kind of thing, honestly, I think I would want something a little bit new. I'm kind of sick of everything I've seen already. I've already seen all the stories with all the types of stories. I want to see, not Ezra Miller. He's just weird. I mean, he was nice when he came to the shop and he bought a bunch of Star Wars stuff. But then he just whatever he was doing just seemed, I don't know, crazy. Trying to think. I was saying I want to see a zombie story about a huge comic collector or a collector in general during the zombie apocalypse. I want to see someone trying to survive collecting while living and surviving. Because half the time you see these zombie shows, life looks so fucking boring. Oh, I survived, and then they sit in a cabin for 12 hours. Like, what would you do with yourself? I feel like you would have to read or do stuff. And they act like there's no electricity in the world unless you find a solar generator. But I'm just thinking, there's got to be a lot of solar generators all over the place. Aussie comic collector, I think you just have to write in general and get to the point where you get a little notoriety, and then you might be able to work for Marvel. I'm not sure how much writing you've done, but the most important thing is to just create a fan base almost. Although right now, I don't know. We might not even have anything newly written, at least in film and TV, for a while. We might be a year or two before we start seeing new content again, which is kind of sad because by then, AI is just going to be a big chunk of whatever everyone makes. Hey, Brian. So yeah, I want the collector and the zombie storyline. I also want a intergalactic collector. Think of Firefly. So Firefly, a sci-fi series of a band of kind of outcasts or whatever, that, like Guardians of the Galaxy, that kind of thing, where they travel the galaxy doing stuff, but like one or two of them happen to be like a big old collector, so they're like looking for shit. I want to see the collector actually as a Marvel TV series. I want to see the series about this guy who's obsessed with collecting the rarest stuff around the galaxy and the tribulations and stories. I don't want to see the collector as he was portrayed in the Marvel movies is like a non-collector's view of a collector who's a hoarder. And, oh, hey, Bigby. I don't want to see that. I want to see the cool adventures of how the collector got all the shit. I want to see that. That sounds like fun to me. And then superheroes. I want to see a collector who gains powers kind of like the Flash. Where like out of nowhere, all of a sudden he has these amazing powers. But he's like a collector, so he has to like weigh saving the world and collecting, right? Because I think most of us, would want to save the world, but we don't, all of a sudden we have to volunteer all our time, our whole lives, saving the world. It's like, you still gotta live. Batman or Superman? I mean, Superman all day long. I would want Superman for whatever problem I need all day long. I don't care how rich Batman is. Batman has to think out a solution. Like, he has to think about it. It might take him weeks to plan this out. Batman can just be there instantly. I mean, Superman can be there instantly. And like, oh, there's cars on top of a person. Boom. Save the day. I'd rather have Superman, I think, in most dangerous situations. I'm sure I would love the comic version of Invincible. I have most of them. I'm just missing issue 1. and maybe 2 and 3. I gotta double check. I used to buy them all the time out of dollar bins, but I also pulled out a bunch of like maybe 50 duplicates last year, and I've been selling them. I still have about 20 in the shop. I'm actually surprised they're still there. But yeah, I want to finish that set. That's just a really, really fun comic line. And I love the cartoon. I love the Adam and Eve special that just came out. That was pretty awesome. That's how I like Invincible, because it's a little bit different. It's not the same standard superhero storyline. I think that's why I really enjoyed it. So you just don't want to see like a very visual version of the horror, but you like reading it, which I can kind of understand, because it's one step beyond seeing like graphic display of the horror stuff. I like both. I like horror comics because I like the crazy illustrations, but I also like a nice scary story just to rev up the blood, get the blood pumping a little bit. The best horror is the kind where you don't see, it's more suspense than actually seeing the horror. So more Alien than Aliens. More, Halloween and not Saw. That's the kind of horror I like. I like the very suspenseful, you don't actually get to see it that much horror. With a few jump scares here or there. With the creepy music that builds it up. Honestly, most of the shoplifting, I probably don't catch the person. I would say 90% of people would steal due to opportunity. And then you have those people you can kind of prevent. But then you have people that are just doing it planned out. One time, Allison caught someone putting a whole Star Wars ship in a bag and trying to walk out with it, like a giant ass toy. But that's New York City for you. You can't really prevent shoplifting. You can try, spend thousands of dollars and make every freaking customer feel like a thief, which means like people don't want to shop. Or you just treat everyone with respect, and hopefully by treating people respectfully, they won't steal from you. I don't really have much advice on, other than I know how it is to be in a customer in a store where they eagle eye you the whole time and like make you feel very uncomfortable. And I don't shop in stores like that. Like once or twice and then I give up. But also it kind of does suck, part of your expenses if people decide they need to take something from you for free that they don't want to pay for. Which sucks, because that just comes out of my pocket. It's not like I'm rich. I do the business because I enjoy it more than anything else. And so it's just like every dollar lost that way just hurts. Yeah, it's usually if there's a lot of people, that's when you're more likely to have something stolen. Which you would always think, if there's a lot of people, someone would be like, oh, hey, that guy just stole something. But I think a lot of people just ignore it if they see people stealing. They don't want to be involved, I'm trying to think. I once had someone, I was like having a bad day, and I think Allison had to go do something for like 30 minutes, and I really needed her to come back, and someone brought in a $100 bill to buy something. So I was just like, I didn't have change. We were actually really broke that day. I didn't have change for it, so I had to send her home to go get change for the $100 bill. And I was waiting. Finally, she comes to give a change, and she's like, this is a fake. I'm like, oh, fuck. So we lost a $100 bill. It really, really sucked. It was like a $10 purchase. How difficult is the subway system for a first timer? I don't think it's that hard at all. Usually there's maps everywhere, and the trains have the thing that shows you where you are. All you have to do is beforehand kind of study where you want to go, and like prep it out a little bit, just so you know. I always like to kind of pre-look at I go to Google Maps a lot, and I kind of look at the street view and just kind of get an idea of what everything looks like and where I'm going, and I think that helps a lot. Now, the subway system gets a little bit crazy when you go into Queens and Brooklyn. Sometimes it gets a little bit harder because they don't go straight. They go like up and then down, then left, and then they curve, and then they go sideways. And so when you're in the boroughs, it gets a little bit difficult to know where you're going. But when you're in Manhattan, everything is like laid out into grids. It's really easy. I'm similar about burgers. I live really close to the shop, so it is a very quick commute. I love Bob's Burgers. A lot of times we watch it, and some of the jokes really hit good for us because we're a little mom and pop business, so that kind of thing is very. It's the kind of thing that we connect with, and so it's kind of funny. And you can always, if you get really lost in the city, you can always get a cab, or you can take an Uber and find your way. Costs a little bit, but there's always a way to figure out where you're going. I've also been, coming into New York City since I was a little kid and lived here most of my life. So it's like, I don't even think about it. Oh, Big B, that sucks. That sucks a lot. Yeah, the people I found that were more likely to steal from me are the people that way small chat talk you up and never buy anything. And they'll do it like 10 times, and then like by the 11th, they'll steal something. Once they numb you to the point where you don't want to listen to them anymore. I once had a guy do that, and then he stole a VHS tape that was like $2. I never saw him again. You know what? It was the best $2 I ever spent. Because that guy was annoying as fuck. Sometimes it's almost better to make the person feel very uncomfortable that they stole something, and then you just don't see them again. You don't want to be an easy target where they want to just keep coming back. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Other people do this shit. You don't want to be involved. You didn't do it, but also people can say stuff about it, I guess. But when you're 7 years old, I think when I was 4, I stole a pack of bubble gum. I think that was the only time I stole something. Maybe something from my brother after that. But I just remember wanting a pack of gum. My dad didn't want to buy it for me, so I took it. And then I got in trouble later that night when my dad's like, "Where did you get that from?" Because, sitting there chewing my bubble gum. Stealing stuff from people is not cool. Not cool at all. But, I mean, I've had plenty of, 4-year-olds steal shit from me, or 2-year-olds. It's just part of the store. I usually just give it to them anyway afterwards. When the parents bring them back, they're crying and they're being forced to apologize. I'm like, yeah, it's all right. They can have it. $4 little plushie. It's fine. Not that I don't want to encourage little kids stealing, but it's also a little kid who doesn't know better. In fact, and I give stuff to kids anyway, all the time anyway. Man, that's crazy. The only thing that gets stolen is guns. Are the guns stolen so maybe they can steal more stuff from other places? Not 100% sure. But yeah, if you run here's the thing. If you run an in-person store, you have a chance of people stealing from you. But if you sell on eBay, you have a chance of people stealing from you. I've had more people steal from me through eBay than in my store. And if you sell on Amazon, you have a chance of people stealing from you. I sold an $80 Funko Pop once on Amazon. Person sent back a $5 common and said I sent the wrong one. And it was a pop I never owned. Right? And Amazon said they returned it to you. We can't do anything about it. I was so furious. And so shit like that's happened. I once sold $150 worth of Monster High dolls to someone in Canada. They said they didn't have them. They didn't get them because the tracking didn't show up. So they got a claim. The day after they got their payout, I saw them listing all of them on their eBay. It's so ridiculous. Let's see, Whatnot. I don't think I've had anyone steal from me yet on Whatnot, which is great. I've had bad Whatnot sellers, but Whatnot was really quick to refund. So Whatnot's actually been really good for me. I think they're good in that sense. Mercari. I don't think I've had anyone steal from me on Mercari, but I've known a few people that got stolen from. Exactly, the bait and switch. So and the thing is, I try not to put really expensive stuff in the shop. So when people steal from me in the shop, it's like a $5 item or a $2 item. And it's about as much as you can carry. Think about it, there's only so much you can carry the steal. Whereas when people steal online, it could be an expensive $500 item. I kind of don't like selling expensive stuff. I don't even remember what Deadpool slab I got. You gotta tag me, or you gotta tag the video at the minute so I can see the slab. I gotta see what it is. You really seem to want it. So I'm trying to think. I've had probably more stuff stolen from me on eBay than anything else. I think I've had more problems on eBay. Kind of hate eBay. Amazon, for the most part, has been good. If someone says that they didn't get something and it says it's delivered, they'll just say, like, I once sold a hot toy that's like $300. Person said they didn't get it, but it said it was delivered. So Amazon at first refunded, but then I wrote back. I whatever you call it, appealed it, and I said it was delivered. I have tracking. It was a signature. I had signature on it. So because of that, I was able to get my money back. Yeah, no, in New York City, a lot of stores will have the empty cases, that kind of thing. Honestly, the amount of extra time it would take for me to find the stuff as it's sold would cost me way more than saving the occasion. Like, I once had a guy stealing the disc out of cases for a while. He probably stole about $32, so it cost me maybe $60. $60 is not that, like, not the end of the world. I don't like anything that's extra labor intensive, and I don't like anything that makes it a bad experience for people. For me, people first. Theft. Sean and Allison and the cool kid first. People second. And then, customers second. Browsers and just random people third. Thieves or whatever fourth. Like, that's my priority. Awesome, Marlana. Thank you for showing up. Let's see. Fall Out Boy's manager came. They were missing their comics. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool that you did that, Bigby. Yeah, I believe in karma too. Honestly, I feel very strongly in karma. And I mean, Lars, that's good of you. It's one of those things, like, I don't even know if I would do that, just for the sense that I don't have to go deal with it. I don't have to go deal with it, but maybe next time I'll pay a little extra to cover it. Yeah, David, you tell me what you want. Or, I mean, eventually I will sort my Deadpool comics. I just have no idea where I have any of them. They're all over the place. Eventually I'll sort my Deadpools and pull out some duplicates, and I'll give them to you for a good price. Honestly, Deadpool sells really well, that I don't think I see them that well or that often in dollar bins. So I almost never buy them. But when I do see Deadpool comics, I buy every single one I see out of a dollar bin. Oh, Bigby, that's awesome. That is super awesome. Yeah, why not? Occasionally it's nice to give some people a little extra gift. It's not hurt you, and hopefully it leaves a positive impression on people, so they'll continue to be your customer, continue to visit. And even if they don't, you've made their day. You've given them a little extra joy for that day. And that's awesome. Giving people a little extra joy is amazing. In my own collection, I have a ton of Scooby-Doo comics. I pick them up whenever I see them, but I don't have any for sale. They're really hard to get. Even the newer ones are like $5 to $10, I think. So when I see them for $1, I grab everything. Hey, Mr. Brightside. I'm thinking, I have an idea that I want to do on the comic channel. I'm not 100% sure if I will do it or if it will work. But I want to do kind of a giveaway based on how well a video does. But the video I want to make is me describing what I'm going to do for 5 minutes, and then putting that 10-hour video attached to it. And then taking 100% of all the revenue that I make on that video in like the first week or two, and using that budget to buy stuff from a dollar bin, and then for every $7 that video made, give away that dollar book. right? Because it'll cost me $5 for shipping, plus $1 for the Gemini, plus $1 for the book. So, and then if for some reason if someone wins 2, then with the reduced shipping, I can give away more. But it'll be cool if I did that video and that video made like $100, because it would only take me 10 minutes to do it. Maybe $100. I might go to the comic shop, raid the dollar bin, and buy like 20 or 30 books to give away. I think it'd be really, really fun. And just do that, like a Whatnot stream where all I do is give away comic books. Or another thing I was thinking of doing is a buyer-only giveaway show where I put out some really amazing deals and then just do like 100 giveaways. Well, not in the dollar bin, but for $3, I got the first appearance of Sabretooth. No, it's not too creepy. It has a church and some businesses, so it's a little bit darker, just less houses. Let's see. For $3, I got that. I'm trying to think. I think I might have got the first full appearance of Hellboy in. Drawing a blank on the issue now. I know the cover. I think I got that for $1 once. I probably bought 5 or 6 Ultimate Fallout 4s. Or is it 4 or 3? Whatever. The first Miles Morales, I think I bought like 3 or 4 of those that have a $1 bid. Back when they were only worth maybe $5. But I used to grab them and just hold on to them. A lot of the stuff I pulled out that I kept, like speculated dollar bin, a lot of that stuff has gone up to hundreds of dollars. I feel like it was easier to find stuff 10 years ago, though. I think now there's so many people out hunting to sell comics on Whatnot or on Instagram live claim sales that dollar bins are a lot harder to pick up those value books. I still find a lot of value, but I'm looking for general value. Books that are like $3 to $5 in value that, like, if I sold them, they would sell really easy at $3 to $5. Whereas a lot of people are looking for that $10 easy flip on Whatnot kind of thing. Local garage sales. I did a YouTube video on my main channel in 2016. It was 1,000 comics for $400. What happened was, and you can see the video too, where I was at the garage sale. I was with the cool kid. We were looking there. I asked the guy, because the guy had Golden Age books the year before. I asked him if he had any comics, and he said he didn't have any more. And then, so what happened was, well, I asked the guy, another guy was at the sale, and he's like, oh, I have my cousin's comics. We used to read them together. He gave them to me years ago. Do you want to buy them? I'm like, sure. So I met up with him like a couple days later, and I bought those 1,000 comics for $400. And there was a lot of really good stuff. Like the Big Keys, Hulk 181 was pulled out, but I got the first Rocket Raccoon. I got a whole bunch of other really good books that are worth a bunch now. Oh, wow. First Goon for $5. That's an amazing... That's a book that people wouldn't know, I think, in general. It's really good to know those, like Caliber 1, the Comico presents... Is it number 2? I forget which one is the first Grendel. But it's really good to know those first appearances in valuable indie comics, because those are the kind of ones that'll slip under the radar. Like, I found 2 or 3 of the retailer gold Valiant comic books that are worth like $20 or $30 for $1. Lars, have you looked at, I'm just trying to think what you might be able to find, maybe like a antique mall or a used bookstore. You might be able to find something that's a little bit off the beaten path to find cheap books that aren't locally. Like, there might not be comic shops that do the cheap books. Oh, John, that's a good question. Let me just double check before I go on that one, because I'm really interested in that, because I did buy 2 of those books. Let's see. Let me see. I think I got everyone's questions. Yeah, Goon 1, 2, and 3 for $5 each is amazing. Yeah, Comico Premiere. Which issue is it, though, of Comico Premiere? Is it 2 or 1? I know it's on high on my want list, and it's like a $500 to $1,000 book. There's one I'm really looking for. I'm looking for that. Cerebus 1 and Evil Ernie 1 and 2 and Caliber Presents 1. I want all those big major indie keys, except for like Turtles I want, but Turtles is out my price range right now. The rest I think I can keep hunting or hopefully find for like a couple $100. Star Slayer number 2, I have like a dozen of those. I pick them up all the time. Star Slayer 2 is one of my all-time favorite key issues that are way undervalued. I love video games. I have 3,000 games in my collection. Probably the best I've sealed Super Mario 3. I have a Vectrex with like 8 games. I have a sealed Game Boy Color. I believe it's a Game Boy Color. I have a Neo Geo. I have about 30 to 50 different gaming systems. I have a... right now, we own 3 Switches. We had the original Switch that the cool kid got. Then I have a second one that someone traded in that became Allison's Switch. She uses it for her Fortnite account. And then the cool kid got the LED or OLED, whatever version. He upgraded. And then, yeah, Comic Code Primer too. Oh, $75,000 for $1 is great. And then, yeah, no, I love vintage. I love gaming collecting. I don't really play them as often, but I like games as objects because it's cool that you can actually play them. And so every once in a while, I might put up, hook up a system and play some old games. Oh, Tina, was that the, did you get it from me? Was it the one handmade one? Oh, no, you got it from Lionfeld. Was Lionfeld selling signed ones or remarked ones? That's salty. You should watch Liefeld's show. He goes on like once a week, and he will probably sell some cool one-off, like signed or remarked ones. Honestly, I always find myself, like, I prefer PlayStation, but I find myself barely playing either of those. I usually play more games on the computer or on the Switch. I know most of my games are buried with my Ziggy stuff. I really need a cool studio for the game stuff. I think as the cool kid gets older, if he does want to do a gaming YouTube, we got to do that. Oh, Tina, that's really awesome. We're now by the BQE. We're all the way to the edge. I don't want to go too much further that way. Oh yeah, Fantasy Quarterly number 1, definitely. I love ElfQuest. I don't know if I might have it already, Big B, because I know I grab every ElfQuest thing I see. I might have grabbed that in a whole collection at some point, but I don't know off the top of my head. Yeah, Mile High, he's not really looking to sell his stuff, but he sells enough to keep buying as much as he can get. But his prices are so high. I don't like buying from Mile High. Every time I see an eBay listing that says Mile High, I just ignore it. I know it's going to be double the price I want to pay. I'm a bargain hunter. I'm not a pay double premium just because it's Mile High. Definitely not the guy. So with Bryce Comics, let's talk about Bryce Comics. Oh, sorry. Bryce Comics, if you guys haven't heard, he did his mystery boxes. He's done it twice now, where he makes an exclusive up. The very first box he did had a really cool Mirka and Dalfo Spider-Gwen Miles Morales cover, which I really need to get a copy of that. There's not like a big bus station, but there's bus stops. The closest bus station, I'm not sure where that is. It could be something over here though, I'm not 100% sure. But so yeah, he did the Mirka and Dalfo mystery box. Basically, the boxes were $250. He had 250 of the trades graded 9 to 8, destroyed the rest of the print run, so it was limited to 250. And then he had a 1-of-1 Virgin variant graded at 10-0, where the rest of the run was destroyed. So he made it like a really rare collectible. That box sold well. So he did it again with a Gabriel Del Otto artwork, which is absolutely a gorgeous... Oh, okay, we got Street Candy Pirates squeaking at me. Everything's going crazy right now. And... so that the Gabriel Del Otto one, beautiful cover, honestly, gorgeous Spider-Man artwork. He did 450 of the trade and I think maybe 430 of the trade and like 20, maybe 450, 420, something like that. And then 20 of the Virgin. And then he had the rest of the run destroyed and they're all graded. So I thought it was cool. I ordered 2 of them. I'm actually really happy with the 2 I got. But what turned out was what he thought was brand new artwork. Was artwork that was reused from like 20 years ago. I mean, it could be homeless people. I'm not 100% sure. Or I don't know why there's always people with luggage there. That is weird. Paul, now it's gonna be on my radar. I'm gonna see people with luggage all the time now. All right, I'm trying to make sure I'm up with what everyone said. So anyway, so he did that. So it turned out that the artwork that he bought as the exclusive to put on his exclusive cover that he made this limited edition collectible was reused Panini artwork from like 20 years ago. That was on, I think, like a card album cover and a hardcover. And so, no, I didn't get Swagglehaw's book. I don't really do Kickstarter stuff. I'll eventually get it. I do have Doug Bratton's book. I grabbed a Isolation 1. I did grab Isolation 1. I need to get the rest of the series. But I grabbed it when I saw Reggie and Doug at Comic-Con last year. Yeah, luggage full of dollar books. I do need to get Swagglehaw's book eventually, though. There's lots of hotels nearby, so it could be a hotel. And so, so anyway, a little bit of a scandal because, you know, Bri made it like the super limited collectible, and then he didn't know that was reused artwork, and you honestly, you wouldn't even know. I didn't even know it was reused artwork. Like, no one would know. And so a lot of people are like accusing him of knowing, and so I think it's kind of sleazy on the part of Marvel. I still think it's a really cool limited comic book. I don't think I wasted my money buying the packs. And yeah, Doug was really nice, and Doug was cool too because he knew my channel. I didn't know of him. So at New York Comic Con, he's like, "Oh yeah, you're Pop Comics." I'm like, "Yeah." So we chatted, and I got a cool signed comic by him. Had him and Reggie sign it. It was really nice to meet him. Now I follow him on Instagram and all that. Doug is cool. Oh, Paul. No, you're not weird or out of place. Everyone is welcome here. I'm the one that's weird, but I make a place for all of us to hang out while I'm walking around the neighborhood at 11 o'clock at night. Right now, who do you think is more weird? This nerdy guy I'm wearing here. Wait, let's see what I look like. Can I flip my camera? I'm gonna flip my camera. I can't see in the dark. No, is that the... I need to see, oh, there we go, the camera button. Okay, there we go. This is me, with my Dracula pale legs, with my black shoes. So yeah, it's this dude walking around the neighborhood at night, holding a tripod stabilizer with a camera on it that people are self-conscious because they think I'm filming them. Yeah, I'm the one who looks kind of weird and out of place. But everyone in this room is a super welcome, unweird, fit-in type of person. It doesn't really matter how weird you are. It's right, Salty. You have a permission to make fun of me. You're only one allowed. You're like 007. You have a license to make fun. Yeah, no, New York City is always something going on. I love that I could be out at midnight and there's still like deli. Well, thank you. My legs, because I am walking up the 7 miles a day, my legs are getting kind of muscular. That's one thing. My body is sculpting into much better shape than I was. Before I was like atrophied. I was like someone who was in a medical bed for like a year. He's spraying off something, graffiti or something. Yeah, no, it's getting the steps in is so important, I think. Because I was just starting to have all kinds of health problems. And so just being able to get out of the house and walk each day has been such a help. And then just chatting with you guys have been a mental help too. So it's like a double whammy. I get, health benefits. I get mental benefits. It's great. Absolutely love it. And then I'm hoping once we get monetized on this channel, maybe I'll get some financial benefits too. Even if I think right now I'd make like maybe $2 to $3 a day just from the views. That would be fine. $2 or $3 would cover my phone bill for the most part. No, it wouldn't cover all my phone bill. It would cover maybe one of my electric bills. But, it helps. Every cent helps when you're trying to make content. If I do a hour and a half stream, it's 10,000 steps or about 5 miles. If I license the grill, when I do 2-hour streams, it's usually 7 miles. So right now, hour and 15 minutes, I'm probably at about 4.5 miles walked. So you guys have been talking to me while I walked about 4.5 miles. Plus, you have to remember, I'm holding the camera up in front of me, which is like 2 or 3 pounds. So, I mean, try holding a 2 or 3 pound weight for 2 hours straight. Just see how that makes you feel. I'm not sure if you, because I'm not like holding it on my body. I'm holding it up in the air. I'm not sure if you can see. I don't know what. I need a reflection. All right, Lars, take care. I know, Jason, I have a few days like that the last month because of the heat. And I always feel bad that I didn't get my steps in those days. 1,000's not terrible, though. At least you're moving a little bit. Nah, it looks like he was either doing graffiti or just some kind of dirty stuff. Oh no. Was that where the... No, that wasn't where all the fire trucks were and stuff. I was just wondering if it was something else. Okay, no, never mind. Man, all I have to say is that one pile of garbage we saw tonight was covered with street candy pirates. That's the most I've seen so far. That was the most. It was insane, the amount of street candy. There was like 30 of them there. And there was both the small kind and the big kind. It was like a whole party. Maybe some were babies or maybe, I don't know. I just feel like it was insane. It was the secret in him and that garbage. No, the taco trucks stay open until like 4 in the morning. They're always here, even if I'm walking. I think 2 to 4 is when they close. There was one night I stopped walking at 2:30. I tried to get a taco and they said they were closed. So I think it's after 2. It makes sense though, especially on like a Thursday or Friday when the neighborhood, or Saturday when the neighborhood's really popping with people. They probably make thousands of dollars those nights. Thousands. You know what I found? I'm just talking about business. Yeah, see, this is why I don't feel as scared in the neighborhood. This bar's open and all that. There's always a place I can run to. You are right. That one night it started backing up on me. I did have a close encounter, a near-death experience with that one taco truck. Thankfully, he had a guy there to stop him and be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Because you don't expect taco trucks to start driving backwards. I mean, honestly, in the planet, I would assume New York City have the biggest rats just because of the abundance of food. They're probably a bit obese, actually, because, you know, there's just so much trash that they can jump in and get a dinner with.
And it wasn't good.
I know, tacos are good. I had tacos last night. I had 6 tacos. I was so hungry, I was just wolfing them down. Tacos are one of those few foods that I can eat without feeling sick. Like a lot of other foods, I'll choke on it and have to spit it up sometimes. Or it makes my digestive system just feel terrible. Tacos seem to be something. There's a perfect combination, and it just works good. All right, Big B, thanks for stopping by. Sleep well. I'm gonna go. I kind of have to use the bathroom, but I want to go another like 30 minutes. I want to get the full amount of steps in. I want to get to a point where I can do like 8 hours of walking and just like have occasional days where I can walk that much. Then I feel like if I can walk that much, I can do whatever streaming live kind of video or just film a whole ton of stuff. Okay, Jason, sleep well. Thanks for hanging out. Always appreciate you. I'm thinking one of these days I might go into Manhattan to try to do some dollar bin digging videos just so I could do some comic content that's a little bit cheaper. The video that I took from the Walk channel that I edited for the comic channel is doing actually really, really well. It keeps getting views. It's probably my most successful video in a while. It should pass 5,000 views sometime tomorrow, I think. And that video has made me like $50 already, which is crazy. For a video where I had no budget and I was trying to, you know, stick to $100, I've already got half my money back just from re-editing the walk video, which is crazy to me. Yeah, David, I would like to do that. I'm really hoping that I can walk through like the Museum of Natural History or the MoMA or one of the big museums and still have a signal. That would be amazing. Yeah, I gotta be at, if I'm at an hour or 20, I'm probably at about 9,000 steps right now, I'm thinking. But yeah, I'm so happy that that one video is doing well, and it's just like, maybe just people want to see me dig through dollar bins. Maybe that's more exciting for comic people in general than the big expensive hauls. So I'm thinking I might need to just start trying to do $1 or $2 bin digs a week, right? Just dollar bin, keep it at a budget so I'm not spending too much money. And if I can grow the channel really big, then occasionally I still do the big comic videos, but just add a lot more to that. Because honestly, I think most people, including myself, think dollar bin digging is the most fun because you're looking for it's like a treasure hunt. You're trying to find rare, obscure, or valuable comic books for a great price. Oh yeah, anytime you go in Times Square, there's a ton of people dressed up like Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, superheroes, the Naked Cowboy, people breakdancing, people trying to hand you a CD and then charge you for it, and all kinds of other kind of crazy tourist scammy things. I'm a New Yorker though. I have such blinders on that stuff. I don't even notice. I just walk by people. They hand me a CD. I'm like, no thanks. Just hand it back. Where you from, brother? I'm from here. This is my home. All right, I'm going down to the water. See if we can get a nice, I do like getting a nice skyline view if we can, because it's gorgeous. And why not? If you live by such a beautiful skyline, you gotta share it with people. Yeah, Naked Cowboy. You never heard of the Naked Cowboy? That's a guy that has just underwear on that says Naked Cowboy on his ass. And he sits playing a guitar. He has cowboy boots and a cowboy hat on. He's a famous New Yorker busker or whatever you would call that. No, I live close to my shop, so I'm close to home right now. World War I museum, that would be cool. That sounds interesting. Now, the Naked Cowboy's been the Naked Cowboy in Times Square for like 40 years, so I think he's like 50 years old now. He's not a young Naked Cowboy anymore. He's an old Naked Cowboy. You've met the Naked Cowboy, David? That's cool. I've never had a conversation with the Naked Cowboy. I've just seen him like 1,000 times. No, he walks around in his cowboy boots, his tighty whities, his guitar. He might have 2 pairs of tighty whities on sometimes, I think. His guitar and a cowboy hat, and he sits and he rides, and you take pictures with him, and you give him $1. But yeah, no, he doesn't ride a horse. You do see horses though occasionally. The cops ride the horses occasionally. When you get up to Central Park, you see a lot more horses, but it's also a lot more horse shit, so it smells real bad. Oh, you seen him do interviews? Yeah, no, he seems like a really, really like friendly person. You almost feel like you have to be friendly if you're walking around naked all the time. All right, we might disconnect here for a second. Music, we're gonna give music 5 out of 10, I guess. 5 out of 10. Mid-park, late night music is probably not the best. He probably does have spurs that jingle jangle. I'm not sure. Wow, there's a lot of music on the waterfront. I can't even tell where it's coming from. Oh, is it on the pier? They're having a little pier party. All right, music. I gotta get out of here before I'm copyright claimed. We're gonna give it a 1 out of 10 for being in the park. City looks gorgeous though. It's gorgeous views. 1 out of 10. Park music is not acceptable. 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. And they even got lights going. All right, I'm gonna go back out away from here because there's too much music going on. 1 out of 10. It could be good music, but it's an inappropriate location for music. This is a fun little fake grass lawn here. Yeah, no, they haven't done a whole ton of, what do you mean, just a bench without like a middle handle, or you mean the ones that they make to make it so that it's not comfortable to sit on for that long? Yeah, the view is gorgeous. I wish they have so much music blasting over there. I would enjoy it for longer. This will be good. I don't think we've cut out tonight. I think maybe once for a millisecond, but the connection has been really good. I think it's just better weather. Yeah, that's what I mean, Wobbles. It's anti-homeless thing, so you can't lay out. Yeah, New York City, the homeless is. I mean, I see a few people homeless here, or sleep on the street, but like just 2 or 3, and usually not for more than a day. So I think in New York City they try really hard to find housing. I know a lot of hotels. It's like expensive actually. They spend a lot of money housing people here. And right now there's a lot of migrants coming in too. I think tens of thousands of migrants. So they're finding ways to house the migrants as well, because a lot of states are shipping them up to New York. But yeah, no, the connection feels really solid tonight. I like it. It must either be because of the beautiful weather and maybe just not many people out. Maybe it's a combination. But I also feel like the connection was really good today in the store as well. It's just been really good in general. Maybe it's because they accidentally double billed me on my phone, so I'm a month ahead on the bill. Maybe because I double paid it, they're like, oh, we gotta give this guy a really good connection. Yeah, no, I know it's really bad in some areas, especially in like California right now. It sounds like San Francisco, it's super out of control. I think with New York is they try to give housing to as many people as possible, and then the few people that just don't use housing are more mentally ill. So they just, it's kind of hard to help people if they just don't know how to help themselves even. I've slept on the occasional bench. Just like going to, as a young man, I'd go to a concert and I couldn't, the trains would stop running, so I'd sleep on a bench overnight. I've done that. Yeah, no, I am obsessed with trying to get the best picture possible. And I tried the longest time to figure out how to get a great picture on the streaming, because a lot of people, especially a lot of comic channels, only stream in 720 and it looks blurry. I have a 32-inch monitor on the computer I use, so I want it to look as good as possible. It was T-Mobile. What happened was I turned on automatic billing to try to save whatever they said I would save $5 or whatever a month, but it actually didn't save because I was using a credit card and not my debit card. So I left it on, but then I also realized my one credit card was full. I hadn't paid it yet. So I paid the bill with a different credit card, but then I paid the one credit card. So because it was not full, they charged it. So actually, my bill is minus $247 for the month, which is a lot. I pay, I think 100%, because I'm paying for 3 phones. I just had to broke it into monthly payments for a year and a half, just because I wanted the phones to get paid for by creating videos for them and for whatnot. So a big part of my bill is still paying off the phones. And then I think I'm paying $150 for 3 lines just to have the fastest, best cellular service. And I check it. Usually when I compare to other friends who have T-Mobile, their speed is usually like 50% less than what I have. Yeah, no, I turned it off. I hate putting automatic billing. I usually don't do it because I hate when companies just decide to, it's just automatic, not when I'm ready to pay it. So I don't like auto billing, but I thought I was going to save $5 a month. I was like, all right, $60 a year. Why not? But once I did it, they said that I actually couldn't save because it was and what's worse is auto billing out of your bank account, because if they fuck up, it's your bank account. You can't really do anything about it. You're under their control, waiting for them to debit you back, whatever. Whereas on a credit card, it's like you didn't pay it. Yeah, I'll just tell the credit card, oh, there's a problem, and they fix it. Or, I have a month and a half to pay it, that kind of thing. So that, I'll pay it when a month and a half you can get it fixed. But when it's right out of your bank account, that just cash is gone. So honestly, I don't like tying my debit cards or credit cards to anything. I don't like my bank account to be able to be touched. Sometimes there's just too much money in there that it's just makes me too nervous. In fact, I use my PayPal credit card more often if I'm going to use cash, because that also gives me a little bit of money back. But also, it just like I can determine how much I want to have available for it, basically. Yeah, no, I'm happy to pay the price because the service is really good, and and I use it every day. I'm literally streaming at right now 61 frames per second, 12,000 kpbs. So what is that? 13 megabytes a second. So I'm using a high amount of data. I'm streaming daily with a ton of data. So I'm using like half a gigabyte of data. So I'm kind of the customer they don't want using the phone. Right? I am paying so much. Yeah, no, I'm not using 14. I'm using, each one of my streams is like 3 gigabytes of data. So if I'm doing 3 streams on some days and then I'm trying to do at least 1 stream a day on the walking channel, I'll hit 300 gigabytes in a month. So if I had to pay for the data, it would not work. I couldn't do it. That's why I have to pay for on 5G. I love numbers, and I love trying to figure out how to make money work the best way it can. But also means I end up spending way too much money because I don't like having cash. When I have cash in the bank, I feel like it's a waste. I'd rather rebuy some collection or some comics or something that is going up in value, or that's such a great price that I can sell it for a higher value. So I'm constantly, I spend pretty much every extra cent I can get after all my bills are paid. Because I'd rather have expenses and things going up in value than, lots of cash and lots of taxes. But also, I like paying, I hate paying for things that really have no value to them other than, like, life value, I guess. Like, going to the movies. It's like $80. I love going to movies, but I can't do it that often because it feels like I have to actually make money to pay for that $80. But paying for something like phone service that I use every day, it's well worth it to me. 14%. Ouch. We're 8.875%. So just under 9%. But 14%. Yikes. That's a lot of taxes. I do have Spectrum as the internet at the store and at my house, and in both places it sucks. My upload speed is like 10 megabytes a second, and it's too slow. I can't upload videos very well. It really annoys me. That's one thing that was also stopping me from doing YouTube videos, is that I would edit like this hour-long video, and it would take me 20 hours to upload it. And so like there was a big delay between me doing videos and uploading. I really, really, really wish I had Fios, Verizon Fios, but it's not available in the neighborhood. Hate it. Because I want to be able to film a video, edit it, and have it all uploaded in like a total of 4 hours time. That way, any day I want to do a video, I can just do it, and I don't have to wait a week or two. Yeah, healthcare does have to be paid, and that's the one thing we don't have is terrible healthcare. So yeah, I guess I wouldn't mind paying 14% if I had better healthcare. All right, where are we at? Hour and 30. All right. 0%. So in Delaware, how do they make up what they need, though? Is it property tax? Drive-by music. Drive-by music. Holy crap, that's loud. Drive-by music, 0 out of 10. It's way too loud. Zero out of 10. 0 out of 10. That's way too loud. Jeez, I can still hear it. It's like a mile away. I might like this song if I could actually hear it. But as the loudest as you can on a motorcycle in the middle of the night is a 1 out of 10, 0 out of 10 presentation. Oh, I've already walked down the street. I'm going in circles now. I am going in circles. I'm like, I walked by that child chair in the trash already. That's cool. I eventually want to go all over the... no, it was a motorcycle audio system. It was insane. I eventually want to go all over the place hunting comics in all kinds of different states. So I need to find those 0% tax states. I might be able to get some good deals or something. Alright, I gotta just 24 minutes, I gotta make it. 24 minutes, then I gotta call it quits. One thing I need to figure out, one of my biggest problems with doing the live streams, 325, I think we're going up to 3 something soon as well. It's expensive, but not really. Getting a trip for $3 compared to a car, you'd probably pay more than $3 in gas to go somewhere. Start in Delaware. All right, I'll do that. Oh, I mean, yeah, New York City, that's like $1,800 for the closet. And you share it with 4 other people. All right, thanks, Paul. I appreciate it. I'll let you guys know if I decide to travel the world. I just have to get to a point where I can afford to do it. I want this channel monetized so it's making a little bit. If this could get to the point where it's making, let's say, $10 a day or $300 a month, that could pay for one-way ticket somewhere on a plane, or maybe like a bus trip. So like I want that to kick in. I want the comic channel to kind of grow to the point where each video makes maybe a couple $100. Then I could do $100, shopping spree in different cities, and then the other 100 could go towards transportation. And David's going to come stay with you. That's funny. And then I need the main channel working again. I missed the main channel. The main channel, when it was doing well, it did well, but now it's just like it's dying. At least the live streams have been doing pretty good this week. I'm happy with it. I'm still losing maybe 10 subscribers a day, but I think most people are coming in and they're enjoying the stream, so I'm just gonna keep going now. Wobbles. It's okay. I like answering questions and it's fun. I like learning about all around the world. I like learning about comics from all around the world. I like learning about the differences and the things that are same. So it's fun. It's fun to ask. It's fun. It's like you're exploring. Right now you're seeing a different part of the country or this continent. You're seeing a different part of this continent live. So it's kind of fascinating. I like seeing people walk around Canada. I saw Lunch Money Comics went to Quebec, and it was really cool seeing him go dig through the comic bins at a little local bookstore. I was yelling at him. I was like, "Oh, buy that, buy that, buy that." I think he ended up buying 3 comics. I wanted him to buy the whole bin. I think I'm gonna go this way. But yeah, I like having questions, and it's better to have people asking questions than me just talking to myself. If I don't have questions, I don't have anything to answer, which means I don't have anything to talk about. Well, that's good, Paul. Now you can just relax and watch a nerdy guy walk around Brooklyn. Thankfully, the kids are finally asleep. Now I can watch this nerd walk around Brooklyn. Too funny. Imagine if I had a way to see all you guys while you're watching me do this. If I could see in to see what all you guys are doing. This is all free parking. It's free parking, but it's alternate side parking. So twice a week you have to move your car. So right here, Thursday and Friday, midnight to 3 a.m. you'll get a ticket if you park there. So tonight is Tuesday, so there shouldn't be any cars parked on this side of the street. Let's see how it's going. So because it's almost midnight here, so we're doing pretty good. So this whole part of the street, no one's parked. They're good. There's a few cars over there that might get ticketed if they decide to ticket. And there's a few cars over here that might get ticketed. But they have a 3-hour window that they're not allowed to park here so that the street sweeper can go. They still have, it's not midnight yet, right? It's, what time is it? No, it is midnight, right? So yeah, if they decide to ticket, they don't ticket every night, but if they decide to ticket, like whenever they need to raise a few extra bucks, they'll come through and they'll ticket everyone that's on the wrong side of the street. This one, this is truck loading only, Tuesday to Friday, midnight to 3 a.m. Yeah, so it's, oh no, that was Tuesday last night. We're actually good right now because it's now Wednesday morning. I'm thinking Tuesday night, but it was last night at midnight. So Monday when it became Tuesday. So we're actually good.
Well, that's a solid rig.
So yeah, it's twice a week you have to move. I don't know if that guy was talking about me or not. He's like, that's a solid rig, like J.J. Abrams. I don't know if he was talking to someone on the phone or talking to me. I don't know, when crazy people start yelling out of their cars or walking down the street, I don't know if it's me or they're just crazy. I don't know if they're trying to start a conversation. I just keep walking. That's my New Yorker in me. The blinders up, I just keep moving. I do feel like my legs are getting a little bit tired. It's mostly because I haven't been walking as much this month. But we're at an hour 40 minutes, so I'm probably at about 12,000 steps right now. Oh, what's going on? I don't know. What are you guys talking about? We're getting a little risque here, are we? $6 for a fast track? I missed that. That sounds expensive. I want to get into grading eventually. I just haven't really thought about selling graded comic books, but maybe I should start thinking about it. All right. As long as you guys are all right. Little pillow fight never hurt anyone. Only when you put heavy objects in the pillows. Oh, you know what? I forgot I had a Red Bull. So I kind of have to use the bathroom. I don't know if I want to drink more beverage. I think I'm going to drink a beverage. Problem is it's not hot out, so I'm not sweating. So it's normally I would be sweating and then I wouldn't have to use the bathroom. It's funny. Stop a second. Maybe I should just go to a park and sit for a few minutes. Okay, yeah, I got my Red Bull. Forgot I had it on me. There we go. No, that's crazy. I never really got into graded books. It feels like you're paying so much extra money for something you already own. But if I'm going to start selling them, it kind of makes sense. That's just crazy. It's kind of why occasionally I'll buy a graded book I think it looks cool for like $25. Just because it's just like, it feels so cheap because it costs so much to actually do it. It's like $25 slabbed. How much did it cost to actually grade it? What did you get? Oh, you got called out for... Oh, yeah. Exactly. I'll buy the occasional slab, especially if it's like a key issue. I want to make sure I'm getting one in the condition I want it to be in and not like take any risk. But I haven't really sent anything. But I feel like I should get into both grading and pressing books and just figure it out. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would start grading if I was going to sell, because that makes sense. Because the 75101 is what? 400 graded, I'm guessing. How much did you sell the 101 for? Because that's a great book. The AI grading makes sense to me for trading cards and whatnot, but for comics, I'm a little bit not sure, because how easily will it see the inside of the book? Or do you have to flip each page and then it like does its thing or something? AI grading is a little bit weird to me. Or maybe it'll just give you a bunch of information and then a person will make the final determination, like count the pages and all that kind of stuff. I'm not sure. AI is amazing though. AI can do so much stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if they make a robot that flips the pages, smells it, counts the pages, figures it all out, and grades it that way. It'll start grading by the amount of acidity in it and all that. Oh, you didn't sell. All right. Well, what does a 7.5 sell on eBay right now? I have 2 101s in my collection, I think. I got a lot of key issues, actually. I need to do a video one day where I show a bunch of my key issues. I have probably 2,000 key issues are just in my key issue boxes. I mean, some of them might be $10 books, but a lot of them are like $1,000 books. Just all the stuff I've accumulated over the years. And a lot of it was stuff I did even before YouTube. I had a lot of stuff. All right, Paul, sleep well. I do have a first appearance, but for me, a first appearance of Deadpool is such a common comic book that I don't want to put any more money into it. I'm just happy to have one. I don't feel the need to slab it. There's just so many of them out there. In fact, if I got another one, that might be a one key issue I would consider selling, just because of how common they are. Yeah, no, the cards seem way more feasible to me because you kind of see everything on the surface of the card, and you see the front and the back, and you're kind of good to go. Comics have so much stuff inside, all kinds of chances of like leaf casting, damage, missing pages, things cut out. But I'm assuming that AI could eventually, you just flip the page and scan all 40 pages or whatever, and I'll figure it out, which is cool. But then it'll be even more cool if you could have that system at home, right? So you could just use it to grade your own comics. Then you could sell it. You're like, my AI says it's a 7.5. And then you sell it, and then the person gets it, and they can scan it themselves too.
Camping is a little bit more than that.
All right, we got 12 more minutes to walk in. So yeah, $590. Yeah, I thought it was around like $400 or $500. Awesome. So $60 plus whatever it costs to grade. It was a great investment. 10 is hard to get in any kind of condition. 10.0 is a unicorn. There's a reason why they're not that common. In fact, some of the 10.0s I think are just false. I think they just occasionally like, let's give them a 10.0. Looks good enough. Are they doing? I mean, this used to be Rough Trade. They have lights on right now. I wonder if they're doing something inside. I would love to see a new cool business in here. All right, that was tasty. I like that. One of my 101s is in pretty decent shape. I got it last year, I think. I had a guy who inherited his uncle's comics, and he started selling them to me like maybe a long box at a time for like 2 months. So I got one in that collection, and then I had kind of a more beat up one a really beat up one that Allison bought for me, that someone just walked in with it, and I think she paid like $1 for it. She didn't know what it was, and the person, I guess, didn't know what it was either. It was in bad shape, so it's probably only worth like $20. But the Pink Building was like a they had like an exhibit in it for a while where you could like go do fun things, photo shoots and stuff. But I don't think I think they're closed now. From 5 to 8, that's crazy. Yeah, Bloodstone 1 is a great... I really, really liked her character in the Werewolf by Night series. I picked up a decent looking raw one for $100 at the Garden State Comic Fest. I was happy to get for $100. I didn't need like a 9.8. A 9.8 is what, like 300 or 400? I figured I just wanted a copy. I was happy to get it. It looked like it was at least like a 9.0, 9.2. So I was happy about it. As the prices come down from the peak, you could probably get a 9.8 now for like 300. But I think it's worth picking up because it's... oh, is this... I thought I found a coin. It's an old battery. Old battery. It definitely, if they bring her back in the future, I think the value will pop up. Oh, here's that weird bean sack that someone was carrying yesterday. They just left it here. Look, if you're homeless, you could sleep here tonight. And a big furry bean sack on the sidewalk. That is too funny. All right, let's go this way. Let's go this way. Whew, okay, 9 more minutes. I gotta hold my organs. I'll go get my 15,000 steps or whatever it is for a 2-hour walk though. I'm gonna try. But yeah, no, get your Bloodstone now. The price is way down from its peak. But if she shows up again, she was so cool and badass in the show that I know people are gonna want to pay more for it in the future. She just needs to have a bit more popularity, I guess. Oh yeah, your balls look like a Sasquatch. A giant King Kong sized Sasquatch balls. You guys are gooses. Yeah. Well, the cover price is an American, I think. I don't know if they print the Canadian price anymore. They used to. When I was a kid, they used to have the US and the Canadian price. So I don't know if they still do that. So is that what it is? They just, like, they ring it up at the cover price and they add the 30%? That's crazy.
You streaming?
Yeah, I'm live right now.
What?
I'm YouTube.
Sick.
People are always curious. It's funny. Is there anyone else that you just randomly yell at while they walk by? That's funny. Maybe that was the leftover head of the... I forgot about my thumbnail. Maybe that was the leftover head from the creature in the thumbnail. It's been a lovely night. The weather's gorgeous. It's been a fun chat. Someone needs the address to my store. I don't know if people don't notice that my address is in every video. So I'll message them when I'm over. Stay frosty, my friend. Yes, definitely. Thank you, all you guys, for hanging out. Most of you guys have been here the whole 2 freaking hours. This is amazing. And it's been a good, solid, like, 25 to 30 people the whole stream. It's been a really good stream, actually. I feel like the lights are pretty good. It doesn't feel too dark, if you ask me. Like, I feel comfortable enough. Like, it doesn't feel scary or anything. Maybe it's just the camera. I'm on. Let me try to see. Yeah, if I go to the right, it looks really dark. If I go to the there, yeah, it looks pretty good there. I do sleep. I sleep 8 or 9 hours a day. I just don't know when I'll sleep. But yeah, you'll go here. We'll walk. Okay. You know, you go down the street. There's a good amount of lighting down the street. I don't feel like it's like overly dark or anything. It feels comfortable enough for me. But yeah, I sleep 9 hours every day. I just not always the same 9 hours. It's usually offset like an hour extra each day. I mean, it's not a comic shop in a sense that I sell new comics. It's a junk store. It's a pop culture junk store, but I own it. It's mine. Alice and I run it. It's our little home away from home. We sell all kinds of pop culture. I basically like it to be kind of like a treasure hunt where you gotta go dig through boxes and bins of stuff, finding cool things. Every once in a while I have to clear out a big chunk though, because I don't like it to get too overrun with junk. But yeah, I try to get as much as I can into the shop and have it semi-organized. It's half the time it's a big old mess. But yeah, it's my shop, and it's all my collection is part of the shop in a sense that I collect, I buy, I sell through the shop, I buy more, I add to the collection, I get rid of stuff. It's all connected. It's all connected, and then I do YouTube videos on all kinds of parts of my life. We have the walking channel now, where when I get my steps in each day. We have the main channel, which I've been doing streams where I organize the Funko Pops. Right now, Funko Pops are the largest portion of the store, I think. But I'm trying to switch over a little bit just because I feel the writings on the wall on Funko Pops. They might still sell though. Honestly, I've been selling Beanie Babies pretty well for the last year. I've sold probably about 500 in the last year for $4 to $6, which is what, $2,000 or $3,000 worth of Beanie Babies, which I probably only spent maybe a quarter piece of $100, maybe 200 in trade. So I spent $100 to $200 in cash and store credit, and I've probably made $2,000 on it. David, that would be awesome. Yeah, guys, alarm's going off. And then I have the comic channel where I buy way more comics than I sell. But I kind of want to try to figure out a way to sell more comics. I just have to get my main collection more sorted because everything is kind of chaotic, and I spend a lot of time sorting. But I need to get a whole bunch of what I have half sorted, fully sorted, so I can get rid of a bunch of duplicates. That'd be awesome. Yeah, Tina's always here. Tina's amazing. Tina is #1 amazing. All right, we're at 2.5 more minutes. My legs are starting to go a little bit. But I got my 2 hours of walking, which is probably about 15,000 steps. That makes me happy. On Sunday, I hit 18,000 for the day because I walked late at night, and then during the day, I walked again. And I did other stuff. So it really added up. Tina is the best. Yeah, but even when Tina's working, she stops in to say hello, and then she leaves me in the background sometimes. No, I don't like spending money on labor. I feel like the amount of value I get out of it is not enough. I'm trying to find ways to bag and board faster though, like more automated kind of ways. I'm working on it. I've had employees in the past. The only thing with employees is all the government red tape is really stressful. You have to make sure you're paying your workman's comp insurance, your disability, not disability, unemployment insurance. And like if you fill out the paperwork wrong, they fine you like $1,000, which happened to us once. I got audited once because I accidentally added the cost for payroll, like the payroll processing cost, with my actual employee cost. I just added as one expense, and so because of that, they're like, well, this number doesn't match our numbers, so I got audited for that. I did a lot of things with having employees that's just extra stressful, so I kind of avoid it. Well, thank you, Slotha. I appreciate that. All right, Brian, I have to use the bathroom, so I've been holding it in for 30 minutes. But for you, I'll go for an extra 2 minutes. Give me a quick question you want me to answer. Give me a topic. I'll give you a 2-minute rant on whatever topic you want. Then I gotta go because I'm gonna explode. Yeah, I made David my whatnot moderator the other day. I didn't know what he was doing half the time, but I still appreciated it. I appreciate that, Tina. You rock. Yeah, Jason's been helping me a bunch too. I think we just hang out for like 4 hours. We sort comics. We've been going through a lot of the indie stuff, and it's just really, really, really fun seeing all the funny comic covers and chatting about it. And I enjoy hanging out with Jason as he helps me sort. If only I could make some kind of AI that you guys could control. You could help me sort with a robot or something. I don't know. All right, we're a minute and a half in. 2 minutes go. Okay, Katie Key. I need Katie Key number 21. There's 2 on eBay right now for 125 that are too low grade. I don't want to pay 125 for a low grade. And then there's a 5.5 on my comic shop that's 500, which is too much. I want to buy a 5.5 for $100. If I could get 5.5 for $100 to complete the set, I'll get that. And then the other one I think I need, I forget the number, something in the 40s, like 41 or 42. That one I'm not 100% sure. I haven't really looked for that one yet. It's 21 is the one that's really taking its time. And then I need one of the fashion books. I forget which number. I think it's like number 3. It's either number 3 or like number 16. It skips. It goes like 1, 2, 3, and then it skips and it goes like 16 through 21. I think I need one of the low numbers and one of the high numbers. And then I need Katie Kane Pinup Parade. I want to say number 15 maybe. I gotta double check. I'm not 100% sure on that. I know it's one of the last issues. And then I think I need one of the annuals, and then I have them all. That's true. He did a really good job promoting. David did an amazing job promoting the Walking Channel. He was spamming that link left and right. It was amazing. David did a fantastic job. And we got like 50 people signing up. And then, if you watch my last stream, I got one original work of art from one of the pages. I kind of want to start collecting more of the Katie Keene pages, like one every few months, if I can get under $500. Because it's so awesome to see the original artwork from the issues printed or just like drawn, the actual original drawing. There's something amazing about that. And then I also need to start working on all the issues that she's inside. So Wilbur, I need a bunch of them. I think there's 88 total issues, or 90, somewhere between 80 and 90 total issues. And I have probably a third of them. And then she has a bunch of Pep issues that I need to get. I probably only have like 10 of the ones that she's in. I don't know how many. I got to figure it out. And then I think she might be in 1 or 2, like Laugh or one of those other lines. Wobbles, the first thing I would suggest, if you want to get into Golden Age, I would buy the Gerber guides to Golden Age comic books. They're these 2 giant books with like 20,000 comic books pictured in each. And they're really fun. Like, the pictures are small, so you don't get the best picture of them. But they're really fun. I literally, a couple times a week, I'll just flip through them. I would get those. They're probably about $50 to get. There's volume 1 and 2. They're probably about $50 to buy them. What I would do is just get those and enjoy that for a while, and then just start thinking what you want to get out of the series. Because there isn't any one specific Golden Age line that you should buy just for value or because it's the best one. Because sometimes the coolest ones or most valuable ones are so expensive you can't collect them. So what you need to find are Golden Age issues flipping through the book that you think look cool, that are affordable. So if you flip through and you're like, oh, this is amazing, you can look it up on eBay and you're like, oh, these are $5,000 each. Okay, never mind. But then maybe you like Rib Tickler. I think it's a fun looking, or not Rib Tickler is one, but Frisky Fables. Frisky Fables has really fun graphics. And it's like these animals. It looks really cool. You can get those for like $20 a piece. So what I'm saying is maybe you get the book for $50. You flip through it, you have it, you enjoy it, and then you start thinking about what you want to collect. And one of my favorite things now is I bought mine 4 years ago. And since I've collected so much since I got it, it's so much fun flipping through. I'm like, oh, I got that one. Oh, I got those 2. I got those 4. And the coolest thing is in volume 2, the first page you flip open that shows the covers, it's Katie Keene, and I have them all. It's the first page I've completed. Or I'm still missing 21. I think 21 is on that page. But honestly, it's the Gerber books to Golden Ages, which you should get. When I talked to the Golden Age guru, when I met him like 3 or 4 years ago, that's what he said. I told him I wanted to get into Golden Age more, and he told me to get those books, and it was a really good advice because I've had so much fun flipping through them. And then DC horror, you talking about the Bronze Age stuff? Bronze Age DC horror is great. You can pick up a lot of DC horror for like $5 or less. I've been picking up for years. Yeah, Unexpected is like a great series. Now, there's some issues that are super expensive. You want to avoid those until you can afford them, or start out and buy the expensive ones. But the thing is, you can get a lot of them for $3 to $5 in pretty decent shape. That's what I've done for many years. Is at Comic-Cons, I'll look for people that have like $3 boxes of horror, and I'll just pick out like the Witching Hour, the Unexpected, that kind of stuff. It's awesome. You might not get 9/8, but if you can get like 4 through 6s for like $3, it's worth getting because they're amazing. I love the covers. Hey, Vaughn. All right, I guess I gotta go because there can only be Vaughn here. So we all gotta leave now. No, just joking. All right, I think I have to go though. I have to go to the bathroom. I've been holding it in for half an hour. You guys have any more questions for me before I go out? We can look at these fun people on the wall as we end the night. I think I got to end the night. Okay. Let's say, all right, everybody. Appreciate you guys. I had a ton of fun tonight. It was awesome walking around, chatting, coming up with great conversations. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow on the main channel, I think. And I'll probably do walks, and we can, before we go, I think in the middle of the block here, there's a street candy pirate running around here somewhere. I just saw him. Okay, but yeah, time to go. All right.